Hi everyone. Due to the technological difficulties today, I wanted to give you the benefit of a video of the lecture. So the first item on the agenda was to go through a homework example and give you some feedback on your homework. I was a bit surprised that everyone had a negative reaction to this melody because actually I thought it was quite good, so I want to talk a little bit about it now. The melody admittedly is a bit plain, but has a really nice shape and is primarily by step and skip, which is actually quite good, but it could use a little spicing up. There's also one issue which we touched on in class regarding the dissonant outline from the D all the way up to the high C. So you can see the fragment that I'm talking about outlined here on the screen, and it's something I touched on briefly in the first day of class, but what's important to note is that our ears are drawn to these key moments in the melody that are the point around which the melody changes direction. So for instance, from the beginning of the melody, you see there's a C up to an F. Well, the C and the F are sort of the outer bounds of that little melodic chunk. Then the F down to the D, and finally the D up to the C. So each time we get a change of direction, there's this emphasis that we note that moment in the melody. And as such, it's important that we take care with the intervals we outline in these moments. The key point to remember is that we really don't want to emphasize dissonant intervals. We already know that in terms of leaps, but it's also an issue when we outline these intervals in terms of steps within the context of a melody, as we see here. So in this case, we're outlining a tritone, which to our modern ears doesn't sound so bad, but back in its day it was referred to as the devil in music. And you'll also note we're breaking another rule, which is that the leading tone must always resolve to do, unless it's part of a descending line. So to go back to our original melody, the question is there anything we can do in this highlighted fragment to enhance the melody, to make it more interesting, and also to get rid of that dissonant outline? And the answer is yes, I think so, and actually quite easily. If you see, I've changed bar 5 and 6 to D leaping up to A and then coming down to G. And I think that really helps actually quite a lot. The additional leap gives it just a little bit more interest without compromising the overall melodic line. So I think it works pretty well in this instance.